and it's the daily read, right? And today is the 8th. So the energy for the month is in the Saturn energy, right? The 10th house. The higher vibration is today is in Mars, medium vibration is Saturn, and the low vibration is in 9, right? And then we have this overall energy of Pluto. So today I'm using a regular oracle deck, something a little bit inspirational, and a zodiac deck. So let's see what's going on, what Saturn is saying pay attention to today. What other zodiacs is Saturn or planets is Saturn saying pay attention to today, let's say. Oh, Gemini. So it's talking about mentality, expression, communication, right? This also can sometimes be talking about twin flame energies, but this is where you want to kind of stabilize, invest, go to the elders, if there's some glitches there. But we're going to look and see what else comes up. So today, Aries. Woo! Let me move this over here. Pluto in Aries. And again, sometimes Mars, depending on what system you use, can land and rule under this energy. So let's see what else is going on here. Accept disappointments gracefully. All right, so there may be some disappointments out here concerning possibly relationships, partnerships, things to do with building a stabilizing foundation, investments, and things of that. So there may be some drastic changes in that department where one has to accept some disappointments gracefully. And the reason why one is accepting disappointments gracefully is because you don't want things that are, bring disappointment to kind of change and adjust your vibration, especially when it comes to Aries energy and, the control and ego kind of thing with the Aries, right? So I might throw some cards down on that, but let's see what's going on up here. And so we got this Mars here that rules in Aries. It's letting you know, Aries, stay in your high vibration. Okay? Just that simple. And you can see what you have to balance out with this Saturn energy here. Alrighty, let's look at what's going on here with Mars. Oops. 2 cards come out. Alright, so you got the 8 of Wands here. Things in motion. Okay, you got this 7 of Pentacles that come up, and then you also have the Ace of Swords. Okay, and so, when you're dealing with this Mars energy, thought, action, movement, things get into motion. And usually when you're dealing with the Wands, you're dealing with fire energies, things that move fast. And it still will take some patience. Even though the concept is fast-paced, whatever's going on, this could possibly be in the first house, right? Dealing with your personality, appearance, temperament, but also business and things of that nature. Things may take a little bit of time. There may be some communication agreements coming about, but this also is a discussion when you're dealing with the aces of all of the air signs. So that's the Gemini house, the Libra house, and the Aquarius house, right? Social relationships, and then mentality and expression and communication, right? So there may be, some things in motion right here that you want in motion that require some extra patience. But communication is very possible, okay? Clear and open communication, all right? So don't get too disappointed if you do have to deal with some things. It just may not be happening as quickly as you want, okay? So let's look and see what's going on in the medium frequency with Saturn. And so you got the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords has been like seriously a theme, okay? Okay, and then you have the Princess of Wands, and you have the Devil. The Devil has been busy on here, and when you're dealing with you're talking about the Devil in the majors, right? The Devil is Capricorn Earth energy, okay? This is matching the frequency, okay? And it's steadily discussing, letting go, and moving forward, knowing that there's going to be some assistance across situations necessary to bring new opportunities, new ideas, new concepts, new access to business, creativity in a purer form. This also could talk about some Aries dealing with some children, okay? The princesses usually speak of younger females, but meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's look at where this wand is, okay? This is something that, comes new into building, creating, and foundation, dealing with you know, honor, dealing with profession, dealing with employers, dealing with elders. There's some things that have to be released here in this middle frequency when you're dealing with this devil energy, okay? And it's interesting because the Ace of Swords is kind of landing over this devil, okay? It's letting you know that, you know, once one is free from certain things, certain situations, certain forms of bondages, thought will become clear again. Communication will become clear then again. So let me see what's going on here in this lower frequency, and then we'll just look across the board and see what else it's talking about, right? So you have this Four of Cups here, all right, and you also have this Emperor here. It's definitely telling the Aries to stay about that lower frequency, right? And then you have this Prince of Coins here. All right, so understand that, you know, even though there may be some cups poured out, there may be some isolation, there's still, you have this eye that comes up here letting you know that they're still on looking from the universe. Someone is looking, okay? You have offers, opportunities, but you may be so far in your emotions or feeling some type of way, or even dealing with disappointments and things of that nature that you may not see the other opportunities coming. This is about, you know, looking at the positive end and get out this drastic change and transition that comes with this Pluto energy. Also, you know, when the Emperor is in the lower vibrations, he's over egotistical, he's over aggressive. You understand? There in this Prince of Coins, this messaging, there's something that's not coming through right now in reference to finances, money, the physical realities. And I'm gonna throw maybe another card down to see what's going on. Okay, the Emperor may be, you know, there's an Aries here that may be focused on something totally different right now. But let me see what's going on over here. So what we're going to do is say, why is the Emperor in Scorpio, okay, and Pluto, why is he looking over here at this Four of Cups? What's the situation here? And let's see. Nine of Pentacles. So there may be some disappointments for some Aries, some financial losses and things of that nature. People that's used to being in power, having business, having control. There may be some losses here that's going on, and that's where the change is. And this is where this isolation and not wanting to be bothered and you know, kind of over aggressive energy comes from. Okay, now behind them is all of these financial opportunities and messages and information coming through, but it's behind him. So let's see what's going on right here. Alrighty, so you know, behind that is this, you know, giving energy. This is a non-giving energy. This is a reckless energy when it comes to dealing with the physical. This is, you know, the immature aspects. But even though, understand that the losses here comes from being free and open and caring and giving. And so that here has changed. Messages and opportunities and things, discussions in reference to money may be causing some confusion. There may be some greed here, right? And that itself is a problem, okay? In the lower vibrations, this would be confusion. This would be delusion, okay? This would be overindulgence. Alright, so let's see what else is coming on in this middle frequency when it comes down to dealing with this Six of Swords, Princess of Wands, and the Devil card, right? Because it's obviously a discussion of motion, action that's necessary to get this release. This also could be talking about a relationship that, you know, may be put together based upon some kind of binding energy. Okay, so you have the Six of Wands here. Okay, so what it's saying here is that there is an energy, a discussion. Someone wants to move forward. Someone has the assistance. Someone actually can build in the foundations and create a strong foundation, but it requires new ideas, a new way of moving, a new type of action. There also may be some reckless manipulation when it comes to partnerships, relationships, something that is binding an individual to a particular situation or a particular relationship, because it's masculine energy that is the Six of Wands is landing on, is letting you know that there is a successful masculine that someone wants to tie to. Okay, so let me look and see what's going on up here. to stay in the higher energies, you understand that you go with the flow of things. Sometimes you have to have some patience and open communication and clear communication, positive communication. Okay, so let me see what else is going on here. Right. The Wheel of Fortune, good luck, fortune, cycles that take place, right? Dealing with your belief systems. This is letting you know, Aries, stay in your energy, stay in your higher frequency. You know, you have your thoughts, your actions, the things that you want. You already put your energy out there. Now is the time to be patient, have a positive mindset, a positive communication about it, and understand that you are able to get into this Wheel of Fortune in a positive energy. Yet, it's still reminding that in order to build in the foundations and create and let go of some things, you have to be able to move forward and understand that even if there's no physical assistance, then the spirit, energy, the vibration, how you put that vibration out will lead you where you need to be and give you new opportunities, pure opportunities that will still bring you new ideas to release yourself from things that are no longer productive for you. Outside of this discussion of this possible some Aries, this may not be for all, possible relationship or twin flame path also that could have some negative bondages to it, okay, because a masculine is successful. So pay attention, Aries, or people with Scorpio and a lot of Aries. Pay attention to people who are trying to gravitate towards you and link it to relationships and partnerships simply because they know that you are successful, especially when we're talking about the masculine, even though we have females that's aggressive and move through their masculine principles also, right? So looking across the board here, you know, in this lower frequency of isolation, if you are raising your frequency during this time of kind of being by yourself and, you know, feeling some type of way, then new ideas will come to you. Clear communication will come to you at the end of the day. If your purpose is to raise the frequency, okay, the opportunities for discussion of money and finances and wealth, material gains, okay, right now in the lower vibrations may be going in the opposite direction, yet it's letting you know if you're still raising your frequency, you get this Princess of Wands energy, and you get to kind of move your wands freely and, you know, have that faith that they're going to land in the right direction and put you where you need to be. It's real simple. Okay, Aries. So this is why I'm saying if you are experiencing disappointments in this lower vibration, disappointments, deal with them and accept them in a graceful manner so that you are not riled up and you're not over aggressive, you're not over angry, you're not over emotional, so that you can actually focus and raise yourself up into this medium frequency and then into this higher frequency. And those who are really powerful with their minds and the way they think and the way they deal with situations is able to skip the middle frequency a little bit and get into their high frequency. They understand the power of their thought, their actions, their emotions, and the power of a little bit of patience, right? So anyway, let's see what else needs to be accepted gracefully for today. For those who have experienced a disappointment. And also, you know, there's a lot of people cards on the board here. All right, you had about 1, 2, 3 different people cards. 2 of them landing in the earth, okay, and in the fire, okay. So pay attention during these communications, okay. So let's see what else is going on. Accept disappointment gracefully. So what is the disappointment that has to be accepted? What type of disappointment is it, right? King of Swords energy. All right, so if you're dealing with this good old Aquarius fire energy, okay, there may be some communication between Aries with some Pluto and the King of Swords energy. There may be some disappointment with contracts, agreements, business, things of that nature. There may be, okay. There's another person card up here. All right, so people doing business right now, there may be some difference in thought, opinion, or something that slows down the process in this Aries energy, right? But also understand that, you know, this King of Swords energy can be very aggressive. So can Aries energy. It does have an underlying fire principle to it. Okay, so in some cases this could be, you know, Aries. Some air signs may be dominant in the Aries here. But let me see what else is going on. What do you got a sword down on? the Hangman. Yeah, so, you're dealing with this Hangman energy. This is letting you know that there is a difference in opinion, different ways of viewing a situation, or a business agreement, or, some type of creative project, or even in relationships. This also could be dealing with a feminine Aries energy with some Pluto. So there could be some disagreements and a little bit of conflict that takes place. And so this is why there may be some disappointments. The world is not coming to the end because of it, and this is a Pisces, water, Neptune kind of energy. So when you're dealing with the Pisces, Neptune, you talk about confinement, hospitals, institutions, right? Secrets and hidden activities. There may be some discussion of some things going on that may be disappointing, but there's some secrets involved, some things that's not clear as of yet, and this is what may slow down certain things for certain Aries today, and create certain disappointments and things of that nature. So just stay in your good energy, stay in your high energy, stay in your vibration today. Don't let nothing shake you. Anyway, talk to you on the next one. Smooches and deuces. Be good.